breakfast, I am making sheet pan pancakes. Into a large bowl, you'll need 2 eggs and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Give this a whisk. Then you're going to add 2 cups of buttermilk and 4 tablespoons of butter and give this another whisk. To this, you're going to add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, a 1/4 cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and a pinch of salt. Then you're going to fold these ingredients together very gently. The mixture is going to be lumpy and thick. Add parchment paper on a large baking sheet and brush with some melted butter. Then you're going to add the pancake batter and spread evenly to cover the entire surface of the baking sheet. And you're going to bake this in the oven for 15 minutes. Once it is done, you're going to brush it with some more melted butter. The original recipe calls for broiling it for a few minutes, but I don't really think that it's necessary. And now you're just going to cut it into desired pieces. I serve this with maple syrup, yogurt, berries, some chocolate chips, and of course with a sprinkle of powdered sugar. And here's our brunch. For lunch, I am making chicken pesto pull-apart sliders. Keep in mind that the amount is just a suggestion. Please adjust to your liking. Using a serrated knife, cut through the middle of the rolls and place the bottom part in a large baking dish that has been sprayed or lined with parchment paper. Spread the pesto, then the chicken, and some mozzarella cheese covering the entire surface. Now place the top part of the rolls directly on top, then brush with some melted butter, garlic powder, and some oregano. Then you're going to cover this with aluminum foil and bake for 30 minutes or until the cheese has completely melted at 375 degrees. In the meantime, I am just adding some veggies into a stick. I thought it would be more fun doing it this way, but the carrot was a little difficult because I cut it too thick. Next time, I'll just have to cut it a little thinner so it can go in the skewer easily. Here I have celery, cucumber, and carrots, and some cherry tomatoes. And now I'm just adding everything onto the board, and I'm also going to add some chips and a ranch dressing, and this was our lunch. For the smoothies, you'll need 3/4 cups of milk, 3/4 cups of frozen cauliflower, frozen pineapple, 1 frozen banana, and 1 packet of frozen dragon fruit, and you're going to blend this until smooth. And here's their smoothies. For dinner, I am making honey sesame salmon bites. I was supposed to be using chicken, but I didn't have any, so I used salmon and I think it turned out pretty good. You're going to start by removing the skin and cut them into bite-sized pieces and add some salt, water, white pepper, garlic powder, ginger powder, and sesame oil. Give this a quick toss and let it sit for at least 15 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to roast some broccoli in the oven for about 25 minutes. I just added olive oil, salt, and pepper. For the sauce, you're going to need some sweet chili sauce, some honey, water, rice wine vinegar, soy sauce, and a little bit of sesame oil, and just give this a quick whisk. And now we're going to prepare the batter. In 1 shallow dish, you're going to need 2 eggs and a splash of milk. Give this a whisk. In the other dish, you're going to need some all-purpose flour, ginger powder, garlic powder, salt, and pepper, and give this a quick whisk. Now dip the salmon into the egg mixture to the flour, back to the egg mixture, then back to the flour. We're just going to double dip this, and you're going to fry this for about 6 to 8 minutes until they look like this. Make sure that you fry the salmon bites in batches because you don't want to steam them. And once all of the pieces has been cooked, you want to discard all but maybe 1 tablespoon of the oil. And now we're going to saute some garlic and ginger for about 1 to 2 minutes, just until fragrant. Then add your sauce in there and let this cook until it thickens up, about 4 to 5 minutes. Next, you're going to add your cornstarch slurry, and you'll see that the mixture will start to thicken. And at this point, you're going to add the salmon back into the pan. Now give this a toss. You want to make sure that the sauce has coated all the salmon bites. Now this is optional. Turn off the heat, add a drizzle of sesame oil, some green onion, and some sesame seeds, and here's the rest of their dinner. For dessert, I am making Hasselback apple with ice cream. So I saw this idea on a website called Tasty. I'm going to post a link to the recipe in the description box below. And this is quite simple to make. You're going to peel, half, and core your apples. I'm using 2 apples here. And now you're going to make vertical slices in each apple half. Make sure that you don't slice it all the way to the bottom. You want to leave maybe like a 1/4 inch so that it doesn't cut all the way. Now place your apples on a parchment lined baking sheet, and you're going to baste it with a mixture of butter, brown sugar, and some cinnamon. Then you're going to bake this for about 20 to 30 minutes at 400 degrees. And this is what they look like when they came out, and those aren't burnt, it was just the sugar melting. So I'm just going to add it into their little bowls and top it with some vanilla ice cream and sprinkle it with some cinnamon. And there you have it, guys, super easy dessert. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I will see you next time. Bye.